Hey, how's it going? Okay, so we're going to be doing the third of our sets that we were discussing over the last few weeks. And this one is involving wave hands like clouds. This is just such a beautiful flowing movement, and just doing it by yourself, just without the form itself, or just, on its own, it's just amazing. It feels so good doing it. So let's talk about, we've learned in the video that I had previously done about doing the hand movements. And I'm going to put a link up to there if you haven't studied how to do the hand movements for wave hands like clouds. I'm going to put the link up there, and you can go and check out the playlist. And it has about a 20-minute video on how to actually, step by step, how to do that. We're going to be working a lot more on the footwork today. And also, we're doing a set, the set that we're working on is going from single whip, then doing 3 wave hands like clouds, and then going back into single whip. So single whip, 3 wave hands, and then back into single whip. So that single whip, 3 wave hands like clouds, and single whip, that set piece, you just copy and paste that in other forms. When we do the 108, we are doing that 3 or 4 times in the 108. You just take it and then replicate. So this is very useful. Not only it's great for your own flow, but it's also very useful for just learning larger sets, learning the larger forms. So let's work on, we start off in our single whip, right? And then we're going into wave hands like clouds. So we go 1, 2, and here comes the third one. We're going into single whip. So we go back into single whip. All right, so starting again. We start in single whip. We transition into wave hands like clouds. 1, 2, here comes number 3, and number 3. Back to single whip. And we'll see after, I'm going to actually link that through, so we'll be doing it 2 or 3 times, so you can really see how we can use it to flow. It's beautiful. You do it in the park somewhere like here. Hopefully you don't get arrested. They're thinking crazy out here. But anyway, so let's talk about the movements, right? So we're going to talk about this, how we're stepping like that. If I want to move in this direction, let's say, remember we have this concept about the yin and yang legs. So what does that mean? When you have a very heavy leg, so all of your weight is in one leg, that's called the yang leg. The very light leg, the very light leg is the yin leg. In our symbol, the Tai Chi symbol, we have a white side and a black side. White and black. The white side is known as the yang side. The black side is known as the yin side. So when we have a heavy leg, a yang leg, that's the white side. The leg that we move is always the black side, the yin side. So if I want to move that way and I want to step with this foot, which foot needs to be heavy and which foot needs to be light, right? This one needs to be heavy. So we pour all the weight into that leg, and that allows us to step out. Okay, now I shift my weight over, so I want to move this leg, so what do I have to do? I have to pour my weight over to my left foot, and then bring the step in. Pour the weight over to this foot, step, pour the weight into this foot, step. See how that works? So as we're doing this, let's go this way now. It's very important as we do this, we don't want to be moving a 40% leg, because it's going to be a pretty heavy step. So you want this, if I want to move that way, remember this has to be the light leg. This has to be as heavy as you can make it. So keep sinking your mass down, and this leg gets lighter and lighter, and then it's ready to go. Now don't move this leg until this one is really nice and heavy. Now we can step. Now we got to do it over here. So it takes a while to get yourself used to doing this. Because our tendency is we put, maybe 55% and then we're ready to move. We don't want to do that. We want to have it as much of that weight so that we can step. Okay? Now, bringing in with the hands, and again, if you need to look at the video, you go to the playlist. So here we are. When I am waving hands like clouds, remember we're talking about when I'm this side with this hand, my attention and my focus is on this hand. All of my weight is shifting to this side. For the sake of the video, this is my right side. So my weight is on that right foot. That means I can move this leg out. Now I'm going to shift my weight over to this side, which frees this leg up, and I can step in. I move the weight over here, I can step out. Move the weight here, can step in. See how that works? And this is how we make it look so fluid and such a beautiful step. All right? So that's how we do it. Now let's put the whole thing together. So we start in single whip. Remember single whip? We're in a front stance going this way. So we transition. So I step in. Now I'm going to count this hand. 1, 2, this hand. And here's the third one. I'm going to go back into single whip. 3, step. All right, let me do it one more time. The transition. So from single whip, the weight comes into this foot so I can move this leg. And here we go. 1, 2, and back into single whip. There we go, back into single whip. That's all right. So now we're going to do a long set. Here we go. Ready? Start here. So here we go. 1. There's 1. Here's 2. Here comes number 3. Let's go back. 1, 2. Here comes number 3. Get ready to go back into single whip. Should we do it one more time? 1, 2. Am I going to lose the camera? Yes, I think I've lost it. No, it's still tracking me. 3. Okay, so that's the set, the third set. Single whip, wave hands like clouds, single whip. So hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions, the comments. Please like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Have a good one.